Thank you for joining us. So first tonight, £1.35. That's the highest price for a litre of diesel we've just found in the region tonight, and it's rising almost daily.
Yes, filling up your tank is costing everyone dear, burning a hole in family budgets and putting many businesses at risk. This time last year, diesel was 97 pence a litre. Then last November it hit the pound barrier. In February we were paying around £1.09 for a litre. And today, we found one garage in Windsor selling diesel at almost £1.35. That's more than £6 a gallon.
With another round of protests by hauliers due on Tuesday and warnings of further increases next week, our reporter Tom Savides has been out to see just how hard the spiralling pump prices are biting.
Just how high can it go? The spiralling cost of diesel on our forecourts. Filling up has never been so expensive. The rising price of fuel is hitting drivers hard in the pocket.
2 months ago to fill this van was £75, now it's 90.
You know, our salaries don't rise in line with the increases in fuel.
I've noticed the crunch over the last month or so.
It is quite concerning. You can see, obviously, when you go to the petrol stations, the price rising as you drive past.
Truckers like Kelvin Purcell have had enough. Next Tuesday, he will set off from Windsor and join around 1,000 other lorry drivers for a mass protest in London.
And we're all going to go skint very, very soon if the government doesn't drop a little bit of the duty on the fuel. I understand that the world oil prices are going up, but 65% duty, I'm sure Gordon Brown can whop a bit off of that to keep us in business.
Anxious times for those whose livelihoods depend on diesel. Taxi driver Haji Benares is a well-known cabbie in Reading. Diesel may be rising in price, but the cost of a journey remains the same as fares are fixed.
You used to buy a diesel, it was cheaper, and now it's you have to pay the double. Customer will be charged the same price as before because we can't change the prices because it's set by Reading Borough Council.
There's no doubt that drivers today are really feeling the pinch with the rising cost of motoring. For example, the average price of diesel these days is £1.26 per litre. If you're filling up with unleaded, expect to pay anything in the region of £1.14 per litre. But if you get your car converted to run on pure plant oil, expect to pay 80 pence per litre. Now there's food for thought. And alternative fuel is now becoming a reality. This car runs on cooking oil. The technology and conversion kits are supplied by a company based in Didcot. Demand for vehicles able to run on biofuel is on the rise. Remarkably, however, it's nothing new.
100 years ago, that's exactly what the diesel engine was originally running on. It was invented to run on peanut oil. It just so happens it was far more expensive than mineral oil at the time.
As fuel prices continue to soar, no one can predict where it will end. Last year we were talking about a litre of diesel hitting the £1 mark. How long before we start talking about the £2 litre? Tom Savides for Thames Valley Tonight.
Well, earlier I caught up with Louise Doherty from petrolprices.com. That's a consumer internet site which tracks fuel prices. She was in Farnham and I asked her why diesel was so much more expensive than unleaded.
Well, it's fundamentally a supply and demand issue. The cost, when you refine oil, you get 80% unleaded and 20% diesel. So as more and more drivers go and buy a diesel car because the cost of unleaded is going up so much, that puts pressure on the supply of diesel, which pushes the price up.
We know this to be the hauliers' protest on Tuesday. What are you hearing from your members?
The protest on Tuesday is something that our members do in general support. Anything which can reduce the cost of diesel and unleaded is a good thing for motorists because many rely on their cars to get around.
Can you see the government reducing fuel tax?
I don't know whether the government will reduce fuel tax, but I think they should. There's a 2p duty increase planned in October, and we feel that they can scrap that completely, given the fact that we're charged duty and VAT, which is a percentage. So as the price of oil increases, so does the amount of money that the Treasury gets through VAT.
Louise Doherty, a very busy Farnham, thank you.
Well, that £1.35 price for diesel we found near Windsor, of course, and we've been asking for your views today.
Indeed, we have. Florence from Berkshire is one person who got in touch to say, I think it's shocking and disgusting. We should start to use bicycles and have some kind of demonstration. I can't believe companies are allowed to get away with it, she says.
Well, what do you think about this? Call us on our free phone number 0808 101 0005. Calls from a mobile will be charged. Or you can email thamesvalley@itvlocal.com.